Yo, what's up guys, it's Gaming Lodge here, and I want to show you guys 10 things you don't want to do in this game, rather if you're a new player, or you're an experienced player, or you're just starting a new character. It doesn't matter. 10 things you don't want to do in this game. Either it can annoy someone, or it's just bad skill in this game, just bad things to do that will just affect your gameplay and your experience overall on this game. But anyways guys, we're going to jump right into this. I'm going to show you the 10 things that you don't do in this game. It's just not a good idea to do it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's jump into this. Number 10 guys, when you start a new character after you've done all your little settings, after you picked your class, your race, and all that junk. Number 10 is when you create a character, don't skip the freaking tutorial. Alright, this goes out to those of you who are new to this game. Do not skip the tutorial, because that is practically how you learn the game. Tip number 9 guys, when you come across the Daedric portal, do not ignore it. I'm telling you, do not ignore it. This goes out to anyone who's playing the game, whether if you're experienced or you're a new. Don't ignore it. Get engaged and go in and fight, because this gives you an opportunity to get a little bit of extra XP when you're playing the game. XP that you're going to need. I'm telling you, do not ignore Daedric portals, because they give you a good XP. It's always worth, when you're playing ESO, it's always worth. Every XP is like worthwhile. It's worth your time. So we're always trying to level up, and we're always trying to get loot when we kill an enemy. And we're always trying to test our skills, and we're always having a chance. We always want to have a chance to fight and do things in ESO, because what I've noticed from bigger or experienced players, that half the time when they're playing the game, they're just waiting. They're not doing much. Yeah, I didn't get a whole bunch of XP, but it's just worth to go in, kill the enemies, and get that XP, because you do get, you do get a fairly decent amount of XP when you're doing Daedric portals. But yeah, do that. Don't ignore them. Tip number 8 guys, when you see a boss and you have an opportunity to be in a group, always come by and try to kill the boss. It's important, because you get a buttload of XP when you kill these bosses. Alright, so always come by, engage with the group, and kill the bosses. Do not buy plants from the guild store. Here's why I'm saying this. It's because it's just a plain, just flat out waste of money. Alright, the reason why I say that is because you just go out into any field anywhere in the map, doesn't matter where you're at, and just go and collect plants. Actually go out and take the time to collect the plants, because plants are freaking balls to the walls expensive on this game. They're not very cheap. So the only time you would ever buy plants from the guild store is if you find just killer dill, where you get it for dirt cheap. Alright, that's the only time you're gonna do it. Or if you're in a huge hurry, and when you want to go out to do some PvP, go to a dungeon, whatever you're doing, whatever it is you're doing, it doesn't matter. Then you can spend maybe about $1 or $2 of gold on like maybe 10, I don't know, Nirnroot or something. Doesn't matter what plant it is. But overall, 90% of the time when you're playing this game, actually go out and farm for some plants. Go collect them. If you just see some plant there sitting there, don't ignore it. Actually go in there and pick it up. If you see a guild recruiter and he tries to recruit you to a guild, make sure you know that player real well, because don't just join any guild, because it could be just a piece of crap junk guild where you can't sell crap on the guild and no one wants to buy anything. A guild of like 5 people. It's stupid. It's just a waste of time. Do not join a guild unless you know a lot about it, or you know that player real well, because I've had people come up and say, hey, do you want to join this guild? And it only has like 10 people in it, and then I just end up leaving the guild. Alright, so don't just join any guild, and don't let guild recruiters just come in and say, hey, like, just join this guild. Alright. know a lot about the guild, and then know a lot about the character before you're joining a guild. Alright, so don't just go and join any guild. Alright, be careful on what guild you're joining, because it does affect on how much people buy your stuff when you try to sell crap on the guild store. Let's move on to the next tip. Do your research. Research traits before you craft the armor. And this is all based on what build you are. Okay, so if you're like me, a Mag Sorc, and you want to get a lot of AoE, the best thing you want to go for is increasing your Mundus Stone, because there's different Mundus Stones you can go for out there to enhance your skills. And this is for everyone. This isn't just for beginners. This is for everyone, even CP 600 people who have experience. They probably already know this tip, but those of you that don't know this tip, take it for granted, because research your traits. It's very important, because what's the point of crafting armor if you don't have any trait added to it? Because otherwise you're not going to benefit much from it. Alright, so research the trait that you want and craft that armor. I only craft the divines because that's what benefits me the most. I'm not going to go and research all the other traits, because I don't need them, because they're not my playstyle. Alright, I don't care about dodge rolling. I'm not a stamina based build. Alright, so why would I research that? So I research the divines. If you are a build that where you research 3 traits that benefits you, then research those 3 traits. Alright, okay, take that tip for granted, especially people who are new to this game. Do every single quest that you can see in sight. Alright, do not ignore quest. That's the big thing. Don't ignore the quest. Do the quest. I mean, the game offers all these quests, all these great stories, side quests, whatever it is, main quests, main storyline, blah blah blah, doesn't matter. Do the quest, because the quests will give you a buttload of XP and they give you some good loot. Alright, do the quest. This is a big old mistake that people do when they start the game, or a new character, or especially for beginners. This goes out to beginners, is don't just go out and start grinding. Oh, I gotta get to level 50 by tomorrow. It's gonna happen today or tomorrow. I'm gonna spend about 4 hours grinding in one spot. No, don't do that. The only time you're ever going to do that is if you're an experienced player and you're trying to get a new build and you're in a rush and you want to do it as soon as possible. Or if you're a new character and it's first time playing this game, definitely do not go and start grinding and killing enemies and trying to level up as fast as possible. When you start a new game, do the quest, do the main storyline, but this tip is mainly for beginners. Alright, next thing you don't do in ESO, this all goes out for new players also, because most of these things goes out to new players. Next thing you don't do is just, okay, I'm gonna put one in here and then I'll put another one in there, and then next time I level up I'll put in Magicka, and I'll just do that over and over and over again. Absolutely not. This is not freaking Skyrim. Okay, this is ESO. It's completely different when it comes to leveling and skills, because when I first started this game I thought I could just go in, okay, I'm gonna be a bow and arrow dude, I'm gonna aim, alright, I'm on the target, shoot. And I'm gonna practically do all 3 of them. I'm gonna put 50 in this, 50 in this, 50 in this. You can't do that. You can't. Alright, in this game, in ESO, you have to pick whether if you want to be a Magicka based build, because it's all based on your build and your play style in this game. Alright, that's your best build. Alright, it's all based on your play style. So if I want to be a Magicka based user, I'm going to give it all my attribute points and Magicka only. Alright, that's important. If I want to be a stamina based build, I'm going to put all my points in stamina, alright? All of it. Every single point. Now, if you're going to be a tank, there's two different ways of doing this. You can put all of your points into stamina and put a little bit in health. Or you could just put all of your points into stamina and stamina only. But that's what I recommend. Alright? That's big. That's very important. Keep that in mind for those of you are new to this game. Alright, let's move straight to tip number 2. Your skills. Oh my freaking goodness. This is the biggest mistake. Well, actually, tip number 1 is the biggest mistake, but this is the second biggest mistake that people do in this game. Don't just pick any skill and just put it on your slot. Okay, alright, I got myself a skill now. No, don't do that. What I suggest doing is, if you're a one-handed guy in your shield, say you want to be a tank, alright? Before you do all this, you want to decide what build you want to do. And you always got to do research on that. But let's say you want to be a tank and you want to have, or one hand, you want to have a sword and a shield, alright? What I suggest doing is read every single skill, alright, and see how it benefits you. Because every single skill plays a pretty good role into how much damage you do overall in this game. And that's very important. And always level up your passive abilities, because that is real important when it comes to your main skills, alright, because that enhances them. That is tip number 2. Always, oh my goodness, read your skills before you just go and allocate it, alright? Do that. Tip number 1. Be very picky on what race and class you are. Okay? So the first thing, before you even create a new character, ask yourself one question. What do I want to be? What I would do is go for a random build and just be that build. Play the game for a couple hours and find out what you want to do in the game. And once you've decided that, create a whole new character and go for that build. So let's say I want to go for a DPS, alright? A DPS, you know, there's a bunch of races and classes. I mean, there's 4 classes. Alright, and there's 9 races, alright? 3, 6, 9, whatever. 9 races, 3 alliances, and 4 classes, alright? If you want to be a DPS based build, go on the internet and look up a build that you think would fit your playstyle based on what you want to be, DPS, tank, or healer, alright? Do that. And then next thing you do is, let's say I want to be a sorcerer. Yes, sorcerer is my favorite. And you would look up the best races for a Sorc. In my opinion, you know, based on my opinion, I would probably think it's a high elf, alright? Because they have some passive abilities and special abilities they only get that help a sorcerer the most. Alright. Also, you could be a Breton, and you could also be a dark elf. Don't go and pick an orc and then go on to being a freaking sorcerer or something, because the orcs are not really built for sorcs unless you can find a special build for that. I mean, when you're a new character, don't just go and pick a different character that doesn't fit your build or your playstyle. That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is be very freaking picky on this whole thing right here, because very beginning of the game is practically what freaking decides what you're going to be doing in this game for your whole experience, alright? I see a lot of people who make big mistakes because they're like, okay, well, you know, I picked this character and I'm a dark elf and I'm going to go and I'm going to be a dragon knight, or I'm going to be a nightblade, because nightblades are mainly stamina based, alright? I'm a dark elf nightblade. That's probably not very good, alright, in my opinion. But just be very freaking picky. Don't just barge in and, okay, well, this looks cool, and Brett, and they've always been pretty cool. I'm going to go and pick this guy. I don't know what it is. And just go and play the game. Don't do that. But anyways, guys, I really appreciate you guys for watching this. I put a lot of time and effort into making this video and a lot of thought. Okay. And I really appreciate you watching. Please leave a like down at the bottom. Subscribe to the channel. Check it out. Go to my YouTube channel page and watch all my videos. Watch whatever you want. Whatever you guys enjoy. I'm out here to bring gaming, to make gaming great again. Alright? To make gaming great again. Well, gaming's great, but whatever. To make a fun community for gaming. You guys know how important that would be for me if someone came in and watched my videos and they like it. Alright? That's important to me. If you have a channel and you want to grow the channel and make your fans happy, then that means a lot to you. It's like having a personal child. But whatever. Just leave a like down at the bottom. Check out the channel and subscribe. It means a lot. Anyways, guys, peace out, and I'll see you in the next video.